right, it is race week for Ironman Chattanooga, and I am doing my final little last preps of a little bit of heat training. I am here at a sauna spot. There's a sauna and cold plunge spot portal here in Boulder, and I've been doing heat training. This is a new protocol that I've been doing in the final 4 weeks of this Ironman prep. And I am stealing this from David Roche. This is the dude who won the Leadville 100. He posted a lot about his heat training protocols, and it was basically 3 to 4 times a week, 15 minutes in the heat. Sometimes you can do it right after training, but I've mostly just been doing it solo. I've done a few runs where I come here, park here, run, hop right in the sauna afterwards. But for the most part, I've just been coming here 3 to 4 days a week, 15 minutes. Typically, I've been doing hot and then cold contrast therapy, but in this race prep, I am really just focused on doing the heat. And this is something that I look to do for every race, is like, where can I just pick up one little bit of info that might give me an edge, might improve my process. So this heat training stuff, I've been doing sauna for a while, but I've never done this specific protocol with this type of frequency. And David Roche, he lives here in Boulder, he caught my attention because he said that he would give up elevation training before he gave up heat training. So I said, all right, this dude won Leadville. I can probably learn a thing or two from him. And so I've been looping this in. I'm gonna pop over here and just do 15 minutes, get to some other things for the day, and we will go check it out. Let's do it. 15, banked, chocolate element coming in. The intention on doing just the sauna versus sauna cold, sauna cold, sauna cold is that I want to get the heat adaptations from the sauna, but I don't want to put too much stress on the body. And even though the hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold feels really good, right? It's like invigorating for me. It's taxing the body in some way. So for me, I'm here, increasing blood plasma volume. It's kind of the idea, but a little bit more simply is I just saw it work really well for a dude at a race, and so I'm gonna pick it up, steal it, letting the body temp come down organically, and that's what we got. All right, so we got some nice real-time adapt and overcome here at Home Depot. So this is part of building the brand. We need the tribal flag down in Chattanooga, but I'll tell you what, this little canvas that they gave me is pretty much a POS. And this thing busted up the last time that I flew with it. Part of the spindle that the flag sticks in got lost, so I had to order another one of those. And I was driving around today and I'm trying to figure out, how can I get like a travel fishing case? That was my idea. A travel fishing rod case that can be more secure than this flimsy canvas thing, because the base of this flag is pretty heavy. Well, I go to REI, nothing. I go to the local little everything store in Boulder. It's kind of like a hardware store, but like an outdoor store, but like a sporting goods store. Nothing. I go to this store, Jack's, out in another town 20 minutes away. Nothing. Well, the guys there suggested I go to Home Depot and mess with some PVC piping. So that's what we got here. So we got PVC pipe, we got firm end cap right here. Then we got screw-on end cap right here, and we are gonna glue the shit out of these things with this PVC solvent. So I'm feeling like I'm making some things happen. We'll have the flag down there. This is part of the pre-race stuff. We gotta get sorted out here. The brand building's gotta be strong. We need the tribal bridge going down in Chattanooga. 10-foot PVC. I had no option. They gave me the other part for free. I had to just pay for it. That's all good. Only need 5 feet here, but I feel great about the solution, and we're rocking on. Let's go. So it's Ironman Chattanooga travel day, and I knew I'd be going down solo with Jack. Chelsea's gonna come down on Saturday. She's got a couple ladies in labor who got to bring some babies into the world. But get this, 2 a.m. last night, one of Chelsea's ladies starts having contractions. So Chelsea takes off, and Jack and I, we knew we'd be traveling alone, but we thought that we would have some support packing up the car. Had to rock it solo. If I had to guess, Jack, I would say that handling bike pack and baby pack solo, that's gotta be more challenging than this Ironman. It's just gotta be. So we are out of here and we are off to Chattanooga. Let's go. All right, so it is Friday evening and we are doing team dinner. We got 3 tribal athletes racing this weekend. We got myself, Aaron, and Mason. Aaron and Mason, they're inside here. Everybody's helping out, cooking. And Cam is coming in. Cam flew in from LA. So Cam's gonna get here in a few minutes. We're gonna have Blaine here this weekend too. So Blaine's coming in on Sunday morning to support. He's got a trip in Nashville right now. He's making the drive from Nashville to Chattanooga. And this is just a great part of just the standard tribal experience now, is getting together for dinner, having these guys at my Airbnb. They're hanging in there right now. We got some chicken, shit ton of rice, some veggies, and we're just enjoying hanging, talking about the race, and just enjoying each other's company. Past 24 hours have been wild. If you can hear what is going on above me, I'm underneath a tin roof here at the Airbnb, and it is raining pretty hard. This Hurricane Helen, it is ripping up through Florida, and the moment that I stepped off my flight from Denver to Nashville, I found out that the swim in Ironman Chattanooga was canceled. This is my 5th Ironman, first time that I won't be doing the full distance, and my immediate reaction was that I was bummed. I was bummed. I have been visualizing over the past number of weeks that this is the race that I'm gonna qualify for Worlds at. I'm gonna qualify for Ironman Worlds at. And I've been visualizing my swim. I've been so focused on my swim. I've been getting my ass to the pool all the time, waking up extra early to get extra swimming in, hired a swim coach, and I'm ready to smoke this thing. I'm ready to improve significantly off my past 2 Ironman Florida swims, which have kind of kicked my ass. And my biking has improved just after another year doing all of this, but my running has taken a big leap this year with all the running focus in Zion and then my own 100. And so to me, I've been looking at the past times of Ironman Chattanooga, and I'm like very objective on like, I should be competing for a podium slot in my age group, which would be the first time I'm ever doing that. And so I've been thinking about that the past number of weeks, right? Like I'm focused on just having my best race. I'm focused on my own process. But I'm also dreaming of the outcome. And to find out that the swim's been canceled, I'm like, fuck, man. It feels like it's not the real thing. It feels like this opportunity has kind of been pulled out from underneath of me. And so I sat with a little bit and worked to just feel out, like, how can I become at peace with what is going on? How can I work to become more open with the path that has been laid out in front of me? And how can I also show up as a coach, right? I got 2 first-timers who are doing their first Ironman and the swim's been removed, right? And to me, the big thing was to, 1, allow myself to feel a little shitty about it, to be a little bit disappointed, and then 2, to lean into that openness, to lean into like, this is what the deal is. Like, this is the path that's been laid out for me. Like, how can I go and step confidently into this and bring my best self forward? I also had a good chat with my coach, EK, and he helped me realize, like, it doesn't take away from my goals on the day. Like, my goal for the day is to empty the tank. And my immediate reaction when I heard that the swim was canceled was like, fuck, man. I don't want that to be the situation where I qualify. Should I not race Chattanooga? Should I take it easy in Chattanooga and then maybe look at Ironman California in 2 weeks? Should I look at Ironman Arizona? Should I like try to make the conditions ideal for my best performance? And I realized that that was just the wrong way to think about it. I realized that the right way to think about it was to become more open with the path that has been laid out in front of me. And I had a good chat with my coach, EK, and he helped me realize that my goal for the day, no matter what, is to empty the tank. And whether it's a full distance Ironman with the swim, whether it's still a full Ironman but just swim canceled, like I still have the opportunity to do that. It also allowed me to see that my whole goal with doing Ironman Chattanooga here is that I wanted to take on a more challenging course where my experience would let me shine, and this is a whole new curveball. And I'm sure that there's people who are going to be trying to smoke this thing because there's no swim. They're going to go out super hard on the bike. And so what I'm visualizing now is like I got an opportunity to be even more invested in my own process and be patient on the bike. Be strong, but be patient. And then hunt people down on this run. That's what I'm thinking about. And so it's been an exciting 24 hours with that. I thought that was the big thing until another big thing went down, another big change to the protocol. So I flew down here solo with Jack, and the plan was that I'm meeting my mom and dad here, and then Chelsea is coming in 2 days later after she supports a birth. Well, Chelsea supported her birth, but she's got another birth that's due first couple days of October, and this lady is showing very early signs of going into labor. And so Chelsea's not able to come down. And this is going to be my first Ironman without having Chelsea here. It's going to be my first Ironman where there's not a swim. And to me, like, my attitude and my mindset is extremely important, because there's parts of me that's like super bummed. There's parts of me that's bummed that there's not a swim. There's parts of me that's bummed that Chelsea's in here. But to me, this is really about like making the most of the experience and remembering that high character is showing up as your best self when things go differently than you expect. And so I'm feeling very excited about what's coming up for the race. I'm feeling really excited about my opportunity to continue to do something great. And I'll tell you, I'm even more excited at the race because we just wrapped up the team dinner, and Cam, gotta love Cam, man. Always got something up his sleeve, this guy. Cam flew out here from LA to support for this race. And Cam shows up and we're having dinner. He comes right to the Airbnb and we're wrapping up dinner, and he's like, I want to throw something up on the TV for you. So right away I'm like, this has got to be something that like he put together like from the team. And so Cam, major adapt and overcome. He had to go through like 5 Roku apps to figure this thing out. It was like AirPlay, then it was like screen share, then it was like, can you share through YouTube? He ended up just uploading it to his YouTube, and we watched it right on the screen. And it was freaking amazing. It was like an 8 or 9 minute tribute from the team. So many athletes sending in videos, wishing me luck, thanking me for what I do for them, and telling me that they believe in me and that they're excited to cheer me on. He overlaid that with so many old photos just from my journey building tribal, my journey getting into endurance. And there's a Mountain Joy song in there. That's one of my favorite songs. And I teared up a lot through it. And it really made me excited to race. It made me really, really excited to go put out my best and to rise up. Because there's a part of me that's still like looking for an out. There's always a part of me that's looking for an out. There's a part of me that's looking for an out when I'm about to toe the line of an Ironman, right? And I had my out with no swim. I had my out, right, with no Chelsea. But all of a sudden, like, the spirit of the team is pulling me, and it's reminding me, right, that like, this is what I do. This is who I am. This is who I've built myself to be. And I'm just excited to race, and I'm really grateful for what's come to life here. Another thing that feels very special about this race is that so much of tribal has been about creating an environment that lifts people up in support of their goals. And I have felt that so many different times, right? But a lot of my energy is into building tribal, and it's into organizing the team, right? So that individual people can feel that team spirit and can feel that encouragement and that support. And as a coach, like, that's my number one job, right? And I feel that in this race, Ironman Chattanooga 2024, I feel like I am truly and fully on the receiving end of that team spirit and that team energy. Like, I've got guys coming out to support Cam, Blaine. Like, I've never had teammates just come to watch me race, right? I've done races with teammates, but to have guys coming out for this, to have my dad, first time he's watched me do an Ironman, to have my mom here, she's seen me do a few, but she's going to be just holding things down with Jack while Chelsea isn't here. It feels to me like I am set up, not only the way that I've trained, but the way that I've got this whole spirit around me of the team. It feels like I am just set up to have my best race ever. And it also feels extremely fitting that like the conditions aren't what we expected, right? There's a hurricane. We were down at the pier today and the river is going in the other direction from the Chattanooga 70.3 swim. We were like seeing whitecaps go this way. So I'm like, shit, man, like it is gnarly out there. So it's unexpected, and this is adapt and overcome. And this is, you know, who I've built myself to become, but that doesn't make it easy. It doesn't make it easy every time. But once I like kind of get through that initial adversity, you know, I'm reminded, this is you, dude. Go be you, right? And I feel the spirit of the team around me this time, so I'm just super excited to go race.